It's very strange to me, and I think to many people in Israel, because that the United States Jewish community is so intent on maintaining allegiance to the establishment of a Palestinian state as some sort of pillar of American Middle East policy. Because, you know, we've been there, we've done that, at great human cost, at great strategic cost. We've experienced its utter and complete failure. So, you know, that's just, like Rob said, you know, the whole issue of the Palestinians and, you know, this aspiration to establish a Palestinian state, which is, you know, a Jew-free state in Jerusalem, in Judea and in Samaria, you know, is something that is just toxic at this point in Israel. And I don't think that people really understand that, because a lot of the Israelis also who come here are part of that very, you know, increasingly small minority of Israelis who view the establishment of a Palestinian state as some sort of a salvation for the country. Even if every Palestinian in Judea and Samaria were to acquire Israeli citizenship in the near future, something that nobody foresees happening, that Israel by 2030 would have restored its 70% to 75% Jewish majority, and it would begin with a 66% Jewish majority, which is not scary. And it's not scary because, you know, this whole idea that we're going to suddenly be inundated by Palestinians is just ridiculous. I mean, they're already here or there. They're already there. They live next door to me in Efrat, in Beit Lechem, in Bethlehem, and in Hebron, and in all of the villages around. They live in Israel. They're Israeli citizens. I mean, you know, this concept that somehow or another this is going to add a massive number of Palestinians to Israel's, you know, lives, it's just not true. What will expand vastly the demographic threat to Israel is the establishment of a Palestinian state, because then you're going to have, you know, the millions of foreign-born Arabs, first and foremost, who claim refugee status in UNRWA camps in places like Syria and Jordan and Lebanon, right, insisting upon becoming citizens at a minimum to the Palestinian state in Judea and Samaria and Jerusalem. These camps that they live in are all controlled by Hezbollah, by ISIS, by Al-Qaeda. These are jihadist training grounds. So they're coming in. If there's a Palestine, and no Abu Mazen and no U.S.-trained PLO security force is going to stop them. So you're talking about, at a minimum, adding millions of jihadists to a Palestinian state, overwhelming it, destroying it as if it ever existed to begin with, and then marching on Jerusalem as they've been all planning and all declaring. So this is a joke. The only way, this actually, it's not a joke, it's a mortal threat to Israel. This is the existential threat to Israel. The only way to protect Israel in the long term is to maintain in perpetuity Israeli control of Judea and Samaria. I know that the reason why we have terrorism amongst the Palestinians is because they are living under the control of a terrorist organization that is telling them to commit terrorism.